Hip flexors, I'll include quads in that too because they're interrelated. This area is a real trouble spot for everyone from office worker to elite athlete to gym enthusiast. How do we increase range through the hip flexors?
You can't go past the couch stretch. Like honestly, because with the couch stretch, you can bias the quads or you can bias the hip flexors. So in the couch stretch position, if you want to bias the quads, you just try to get less of a knee flexion. So therefore you try to press your back against towards the wall. And in that position, you can do these hip tilts. I'm not sure if you tried it. If you actually press your back against the wall and then you do these pelvic tilts, the stretch down the quads is crazy. And so then if you want to bias more of the hip flexors, you actually do more of a lunge. So you're lunging more forward, and then that will hit more of the hip flexors. And so what I would like to do to hit that even further is to actually carry a weight, either down beside me or up overhead.
What I love with those two, the ones beside your body, heavy. Really load up the dumbbells so you can sink straight down. With the one above your head, it's a bit of a different one because it's more involved.
Yeah, and so I like to try, if I'm holding the weight, let's say I'm holding a barbell or a dumbbells beside me, I like to try to shift that weight more towards behind me. So then the weight is dragging me down in that direction. Because if I have the weight more further forward, I'm just gonna bias or put more weight onto the front foot.
Might make you want to tilt the pelvis more, avoid the stretch, whereas that one, it encourages that proper position.
Yeah, I think it's also important to try to arch as much as you can, because if you want to hit the hip flexors really nicely, you want to try to push those hips forward, try to think about like a back bend, and then looking up. It just intensifies that stretch.
What you've said there with the forward hip position, you're getting more of the iliopsoas aspect of the hip flexor, the one that attaches there to the spine. You really feel it in your lower abdomen and upper hip flexor region. Whereas when you go straight against the wall, you gain more of that pure rec fem quad type sensation.
100%.
My go-to hip flexor movement would be the reverse Nordic, aka the natural leg extension, aka active hero. Is there any other names that I'm missing out here for that particular movement?
Bodyweight leg extension.
Bodyweight leg extension. This one, gold for targeting the rec fem. If you got tight quads, if you struggle with putting your heel towards your bum when you're doing squats, feeling tightness there, this is so good because it's active. It's that eccentric strength through range. And I love doing this one with a band assistance. Because if you just try and do this with your body weight the first time, your range of motion is going to be so limited because you lack strength. And it's really humbling. You might be able to do heavy back squats, leg press, hack squat, hundreds of kilos. You go and do a body weight leg extension, your nervous system is going to limit you because this is such a threat. So with the band, I love how it matches the difficulty of the exercise. It gets harder as you lean back towards the floor. The band assists you as you go through. So over time, naturally you can decrease that band. Eventually you're doing it just your body weight. You can add weight to you as well to get even stronger. Just make sure that it permits, doesn't restrict your range of motion. And I've also seen you do a setup with how you would do a T-bar row, holding it up in a front squat position, loaded up, weighted, stable.
Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out ways to load that position. Because obviously when you get to a point where you can do it, you can rip it out, you want to try and make it harder. And so I was experimenting with two different ways, which is the one you mentioned. So the one I like about that is one, that you can load it. And two, the thing is, if you try to load it with, let's say, a weight towards your chest, when you get towards the bottom, you have too much weight on your torso that your knees will lift up and you can't actually get back up. And so what I liked about holding the barbell is it gave me something to grab onto so that I could kind of assist myself. So it's almost like it's helping me to get deeper. It's giving me the resistance of the weight, but it does also help me to get back up. Another way I was trying it to load it was I was holding a weight, but as I mentioned before, like if you hold a weight here, you can't get back at the bottom position. So then I was kind of doing this shift with the weight. So towards the bottom, I'd have the weight here, and then when I want to get back up, I'd shift the weight more forward towards my knees. So then it's like assisting me again to try and get back up that way. There was one other way I experimented with, and that was actually getting like a yoga strap and then strapping your calves around a bench. So then when you go down the bottom position, the knees won't lift off. They're stuck in that position.
Ring strap would work well as well.
Yeah, but the thing with that was like, the knees were really close together. The legs were really close together. So it felt really awkward.
Yeah, it's like doing a Nordic curl off a lat pull down where your knees are right next to each other.
Yeah.
Can't generate as much force in that. Yeah.
So I find that when we do the leg extension, reverse Nordic curl, the knees are slightly wider.
Agreed. That was what I was going to explain. It's having it in your natural squatting stance tends to work pretty well, and squeeze those glutes. Posterior pelvic tilt. I like making a double chin with this one because it encourages that hollowing, which goes down the chain and really isolates it to your quads. I find it's natural to want to look back, but then you tend to arch the back, and it fakes range. It's taking it away from the actual quads. But scalable, great intensity, sets of 8, really brutal. It's all you really need, and the strength stays with you. I found that when I was really dedicated to the back bridge, one stretch that I did was this for the quads, and haven't done it in about a year. Get back to it with 1 or 2 workouts with the band, and you can comfortably do it with your body weight. So the hard work is worth it. It sucks during, but it stays dormant in there with you for life.
Nice.
Psst. Do you want to know the real secret to success? Watching this Fitness FAQs video is going to give you all the answers.